Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Newcastle United FM save. You join us back in the same position we were before, but with a few more games played. We are still top of the table, as you can see, 6 points clear of Liverpool currently, who are one of the teams anyway that we played today. So far, we seem to be doing pretty well. Still undefeated. Haven't lost a game yet, which is pretty unbelievable. Defensively, we're doing well. 13 goals conceded, which puts us fourth in the table. Not many more than Liverpool and Chelsea. Man City leading the way on 10. But for goals scored, we've scored 50 goals. Next closest is 42, which is just unreal. We haven't really got one defined goal scorer either. Our goals are spread pretty well throughout the team. We've got Gabby and Wilson getting a few, and both of the wingers have chipped in as well as the centre-backs, of course, from the corners. Anyway, since you last saw us, with the disappointing 1-1 draw with Leeds and then the 3-0 win over Watford, we then played bottom of the table Wolves at home, and we absolutely demolished them. 6-0 win. And see, as you can see from the match stats, we've had better stats before. 2.94 XG versus 1.3. Wasn't our best game creation-wise, but finishing-wise, we were absolutely phenomenal. First goal here in the 18th minute. Dani Olmo picks it up, assisted by David Neres. As you can see, Rice picks up the ball on the flank. Ball gets played along well. Quick one-touch pass for Neres, who just lays it to the edge of the box, and Olmo places it straight into the top corner. Great finish. In the 33rd minute, we made it 2. Ball comes here to John Joe Shelvey, who pings a great ball out to Gabby. He goes one-on-one with the keeper, and a brilliant dinked finish over the keeper. And this is the kind of thing I mean. The finish in this game was just unbelievable. 1 minute later, we scored another. Fraser plays the corner in. Kunde heads it down for another easy goal. And as you can see, we're not even playing probably our best team. We have Fraser out on the right, and we've got Murphy playing right back. We've played. This is not our full first team. Anyway, here Olmo picks the ball up edge of the box, fires it across, and Gabby heads it in. There were a few calls for offside, but he was behind the ball, so there's no issue. Dani Olmo again scores. St Maximan with the ball here, finds Kunde. He gives it to St Maximan. Then the ball gets played to the edge of the box by Almiron and almost slams it top bins for the second time this game from outside the box. And there was just enough time for us to score one more goal in the 90th minute. St Max whipping the corner in, and Niakate, the goal machine from centre-back, scores again. Niakate scored quite a few goals for us this season. No complaints from me. And then we played an away game against Brighton. Once again, we couldn't keep a clean sheet away from home, but it's not an issue when you're scoring 4 goals. We only actually had a 1.4 XG in this game. Our average ratings were really poor. But, again, the finishing was pretty clinical, so as long as the ball's going in the net, I don't mind. I tried to play a 4-3-3 here to see if that would help us defensively away from home, and it didn't really. And it obviously didn't help our attack. Even though we scored 4, it didn't help our attack as we weren't creating as many good chances. There, Olmo was one-on-one. I'm not sure why he shot. He likes to come back and give it to Neres, and Neres finishes well. And then Olmo turns provider again, flicking the ball over for Gabby, who runs in on goal and smashes it in off the far post. Gabby recently has been in ridiculous form and has nailed down that striking position. Brighton pulled one back in the 42nd minute from a set piece. Ball gets pinged over. I'm not sure who the man on the edge of the box was, but he just let Duffy run straight onto the ball and pelt a header past the keeper. There's not a lot the keeper could do, to be honest. We scored again. Olmo pings the ball in. Gabby picks the ball up and finishes it. There was more calls for offside again there, but check complete, and it was a goal. And in the last minute, another goal here. Fabian Schär with the assist. The ball comes out to Schär at the edge of the box. He plays a quick first-time ball to Olmo, who bangs it top corner. And honestly, Olmo is going to be all over our highlight reel this season, at the end of the season, because he just scores some absolute wonder goals sometimes. I don't even think he's got like 20 long shots or anything, but he just loves rocketing them in from the edge of the box. Anyway, our Christmas schedule, as you can see, is pretty horrific. We're going to play Arsenal away and Liverpool at home here. But after that, we've got Chelsea, then Man City, and then Chelsea again. Our Christmas fixtures are absolutely hideous. So we need to try and get some half-decent results in here and not slip too far down the table. So here, I'm debating whether to stay attacking or not. Away from home, we have been dodgy defensively, and I can't decide whether to play the 4-3-3 and see if that helps. We're a little bit, we're only positive in the 4-3-3. One of the wingers is not on attack. We're significantly more defensive. But I just think that 4-2-3-1 gives us more attacking presence. But I'm going to give this a go and use it again. And it worked pretty well against Brighton. I mean, we've had better games, but we did shut them down to one chance with an edge of the box header and create 4 goal scoring chances ourselves. So maybe it's worth a try. Shelvey here, though, would be required to play a ball winning role. And even though he's got the mentals for it, his technicals aren't the best. But depending, do I put him in DM and then put Rice forward? But I think I'd rather Rice deeper. I'm going to bring St Max back in for these games. He's been in great form all season, so got to start him whenever possible. And then we'll hopefully be able to see out this game. We don't really have another option. I don't want to start Murphy away at Arsenal. Right, let's get into the game. Arsenal playing quite a strange side here. Signed a few players like Bruno Tabata. Maitland-Niles starting. It's a bit of an interesting team. You never really know who Arsenal are going to play. Right, press conference done. Into the game. Again, it's really important that we try and get some momentum going into these games, particularly as our next game is against Liverpool. And Liverpool are the team next to us in the table. They're in second place, and we could really do with having good form going into that game, because if we lose that is literally a top of the table 6-pointer. Although we're not... flipping ham. And that's 1-0. Martinelli. Really, I didn't see that coming. Really long ball from Tierney. He manages to whip it. It's a great pass, to be fair, but manages to whip it round our entire back four. Look at this pass. Unbelievable. Whips it round our back four. I wish the camera would keep up, but Martinelli does well to sidestep the keeper and place the ball into the empty net. 1-0 down already, and just as I was saying, we need good form. 30 seconds in, we've gone a goal down. We can't afford to get blown away here. We could do with the goal difference as well. And as I say that, we give away a penalty. Oh, we've been riding a high all season, top of the league. If we get absolutely battered, it could damage morale pretty badly, and we may start slipping down the table. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Penalty here, though. Maitland-Niles the taker, and he plays it straight at Dubravka. Brilliant from Dubravka there. And keeps us in the game. I'm going to encourage the boys, because this start has just been absolutely shambolic as we almost give away another penalty. Oof. Thanks, Goal-Line Tech. Made that nice and clear. Oh, but anyway, not a good start for us, particularly in the middle of this crucial Christmas schedule. Liverpool, meanwhile, are 2-0 up already versus Leicester. So they will be closing that gap, and they may be able to overtake us in the next game if we lose this and they beat us in the next game as well. One thing that will G our team up is if you click the like and subscribe button now and click the notification bell to see the latest videos. As I say that, we ping the ball in, and that's potentially an equaliser. So if you did click the like and subscribe button, you're the reason we may have equalised. For those of you that didn't, you're the reason that the goal might have been disallowed, but thankfully it wasn't. We got away with it. Goal awarded. So header one, Leno palms out, and then Niakate following in. Striker's instinct from the centre-back to tap the ball in. And that's us back level. Not sure it's fully deserved, but we'll take it. End of the first half. Another highlight here for Arsenal as Odegaard plays the ball to Tierney, who whips the ball across, falls to Xhaka at the edge, who strikes it, and it looked to be going wide until Martinelli diverted it in. I'm wondering if Martinelli was offside, though for me it didn't look particularly offside. It looked like he ran off the back of the last man and Yeah, I was correct. It's worth noting that Tierney in this game seems to be one of the best left backs in the game, and you can see that here from the cross he whips in. And yeah, Martinelli just reacts quicker than my defenders when the Xhaka shot starts skewing wide. And that's such an annoying time to concede just for half time. We couldn't get in and have a team talk to prepare us for the second half. But I'm going to tell them they're not doing too bad and tell them I've got faith in them. I'm not happy with the defence, definitely not, but tell everyone else I've got faith because they haven't been atrocious, but could do better. I've told Babos I'm not happy with his finishing to try and fire him up, but realistically we haven't created anything for him, so I'm actually going to change back to 4-2-3-1 in the hope that sorry, just making a couple of changes. Yeah, in the hope that the 4-2-3-1 creates more chances. What I was doing there is Rice has got a yellow, and I leave him back as the sole defensive midfielder in the 4-2-3-1. So I just remove tackle harder to try and make him hold back a little bit and hopefully stop him from getting a red card. Because in this game against Arsenal, I think if we went down to 10 men, we'd probably get absolutely battered. Time ticking away here. We haven't really created anything since our equaliser 30 minutes ago. And now it's going up to 70 minutes and there's still absolutely nothing. I think I might make a change here. I've probably left it a little bit too long. I've misclicked. Probably left it a bit too long. 80th minute already, but need to make some changes to try and fire the team, or at least try and add something new to the game. I'm going to put Olmo in this box-to-box midfielder role, hoping he gets forward alongside Almiron and gives us a bit more going forward. I'm also going to bring on Fraser and Wilson, bring on some fresh legs on the most further forward part of the pitch. Having Olmo in that box-to-box midfielder role could... That's new, I've never seen that before from Maitland-Niles, but yeah, having Olmo in that box-to-box midfielder role could help create some new chances, or it could defensively compromise us. Or it could do absolutely neither of those things as time ticks down and it looks like we're going to pick up our first loss of the season. It's just the episode I highlight that we're still unbeaten is typically the episode that we lose. Really not very good from our team. We didn't create a thing after about 30 minutes, and the only thing we did create was a rebound from a corner. Not great. Going to be a little bit more negative, I think, from this press conference. Try and fire the boys up. Yellow cards. My team press high, so they're always going to get yellow cards. I'm just going to say they got stuck in. That's fine by me. Arsenal up to 7th. I thought they would have been much higher, only on 20 odd points. I thought they would have been much higher from that performance, but yeah, away day against a pretty top side. Not a great performance from us as Liverpool win 5-0, so they're going into our game in really good form, which could be an issue because there's every chance that they could bring that to us with their fantastic players. Right, I'll skip through this quickly and then I'll come back ready for the next game versus Liverpool. And we are back. As you can see on screen, this is the team we're going to be using to play Liverpool. Wasn't impressed again with the 4-3-3, so I'm going back to the 4-2-3-1. Couple of changes. Edwards and Longstaff brought in, just trying to shake things up a little bit. Hopefully, we'll have a better performance than last game. Liverpool playing a really strange side, actually. They've got Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott on the wings, and Thiago and Ox with Naby Keita in midfield. So they're not playing Mane, Jota, or Salah, which is an interesting decision for a top-of-the-table clash, but we'll take it. I think if we were ever going to beat them, we needed a spot of luck like that. Maybe they've got a few injuries to deal with. Quickly skip through the press conference and get us into the game. Nothing happening for the first few minutes. I can see on the quotes along the bottom a couple of long shots from us, and that's about it. Just looks like similar from Liverpool. every time I keep looking at this team, it gets weirder. They've got Pavard playing right centre back alongside Van Dijk. Otherwise, they're regular back four, but then Thiago deep with Keita and Ox in front isn't particularly defensive. And then they've got Firmino up front, which is normal, but then Curtis Jones and Elliott just seems like a bizarre choice for the wings unless you have no other option. Despite that, Curtis Jones comes in, and after I just say a couple of bizarre choices, Jones plays the ball to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who evidently is playing as their most attacking midfielder, because he bursts into the box, picks up the pass from Curtis Jones, and rifles it in. And we're 1-0 down, and if we were ever going to beat this side, I think now's the time to do it. But we're not playing well once again. Being absolutely outplayed, one shot on target, nothing of note in the first half so far. Another highlight here is Pavard steps out and plays the ball to Chamberlain. He flicks it onto Elliott. He gives it back to Chamberlain. Pavard pings the ball out wide towards either Elliott or Trent, but it's intercepted. Olmo here gives the ball to Edwards, who fires that ball across into the 6-yard box for a seemingly easy tap-in for Gabby. But Gabby somehow manages to find the only spot of that goal you could hit from that angle with the keeper in it. And yeah, that's not great finishing. I didn't mean to click that. I meant to tell him I'm not happy with him. And yeah, not a great half. Let's try and G the boys up. Hopefully we can improve in second half. I mean, I'm acutely aware that I've ran the same team in almost every game so far. A few rotations on the wings, and maybe that's it. But Kraft is playing nearly every game. So is Koundé and Niakate. As I say that, Marcus Edwards pings a ball in. Koundé heads it, and we're back in the game. But yeah, this Christmas schedule can be really difficult on the players' fitness. Lots of games coming thick and fast. And I am playing the same team a little bit too much, because whilst I've signed quality first-teamers, the backups behind them aren't really good enough. So if you think if I drop Rice out, someone like John Joe Shelvey has to come in, and it's not a great look for us, to be honest. So I'm just gonna keep playing the same team. And as I say that, Longstaff's got an injury. I'm going to try Olmo in this deep line role because he has excellent passing and dribbling. So maybe he can create something. I haven't been impressed with Almiron, so I'm going to play Edwards in the attacking midfielder role and then put Neres on the wing. Another corner for us. Unfortunately, this time Koundé couldn't head it in, and the chance goes a begging. But this half is much better than the first half. I don't think Liverpool have created a shot yet, whereas we've had a goal and another chance. So much better than the first half. Alisson there with a poor kick away, gives the ball to Olmo, and Gabby flicks the ball around the corner and onto the substitute, David Neres, who absolutely rockets it into the top corner. Fantastic finish, and that's why we brought him on. Gabby's still with a poor average rating, though I thought that pass was absolutely magnificent. Looking at other changes here, we've got some poor average ratings. Rice, once again, with a terrible average rating. St. Maximan hasn't really done anything, and Fraser's been playing well recently when we started him, so I think I'll bring him in off the bench and give him a run for the last 25 minutes of this game. I can't decide. We've got some poor fitness here. I can't decide whether to make another change, but I think I don't really want to break up that defence yet, so I think I'll leave as is. I don't want to change too much when we're in the ascendancy. Another highlight here with us with the throw-in. Ball goes to Marcus Edwards, who plays it back to Jamal Lewis at left back. Plays it back out to Edwards. Tackle from Neres. Ball falls to Gabby, who shoots, but I imagine that's not the highlight, as none of those were particularly clear chances. Pavard, I was right, Pavard steps out, gives the ball away to Edwards, who tries to get in on goal. Maybe dribbles it a bit too much. He should have pulled the trigger earlier. Instead, he took himself wide. We've got another highlight quickly soon after. Edwards pings the ball in. Niakate wins the header, comes back out, and Gabby's tapped it in. But the ref so far has blown for offside. Let's see how that goes. And the goal's disallowed. It's unfortunate. We really could have done with that little bit of breathing room, but yeah, he's miles offside when that header comes in. Looks also like Koundé on the line as well might also be offside. 10 more minutes to go now, and hopefully we can squeeze this one out. We've been playing well, and as I say that, Liverpool get a corner. Though we head it away, and the ball comes out to Neres, who gives the ball straight back away, and Oxlade-Chamberlain hits an absolute rocket from the edge of the box. And I'm going to make a change here, because we seem to be losing legs in the midfield, although we don't really have any other options, to be honest. I'm not sure who else I can play there. I might play Cher here, just because to get a bit of tackling and pace into the midfield. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Certainly for 5-10 minutes. I just need someone who can tackle there with fresh legs, because our midfield seems to be losing their man a bit too much. A couple of minutes to go now. The idea would be for this to trickle away without any highlights, and it looks like that's what's going to happen. And there we go. Ref allowed a little bit extra time to make me worry, but that's a brilliant win from the boys. 2-1 win versus Liverpool, and as I said, it was a 6-pointer. It means that Liverpool dropped 3 and we've gained an extra 3 on them to keep us top of the division. Absolutely brilliant from the lads. Flick through this conference here and you'll see where we are in the league table. If we take a look now, there we go, top of the division. Oh, that really does make for good reading, doesn't it? 2 more wins over Liverpool. Surely we're going to get top 4 at the very least, with over 10 points over Manchester City currently. Not going to take anything for granted though, and you'll have to see what happens when we record the next episodes. Just quickly before I go, we have actually had our youth intake, so if I quickly search for that, you can see that whilst the majority of it is pretty poor, apparently we've got 2 good strikers coming in, so fingers crossed for that. Hopefully it goes well. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next one, and I hope you do too. I'll see you then.